Companies introduced these new high-tech swimsuits in 2008. Soon after, swimmers using the suits began breaking world swim records at a surprising rate. In the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games, swimmers broke 25 world records. 23 of those swimmers wore the high-tech suits. By comparison, Olympic swimmers broke only 8 world records in 2004. Then, in the 2009 World Championships, swimmers broke 43 world records. People knew that the new suits were helping athletes. In January 2010, the Fédération Internationale de Natation, International Swimming Federation, or FINA, banned the high-tech suits. Most competitive swimmers were happy about the ban. As one Olympic swimmer said, "Swimming is actually swimming again. It's not who's wearing what suit, who has what material. We're all under the same guidelines." In the 2 years after the ban, swimmers broke only 2 world records. Clearly, the expensive high-tech suits were the reason behind the faster swimming times. The suits gave some swimmers an unfair advantage. Better equipment is not always a bad thing, of course. New equipment can certainly be good for a sport. For example, tennis rackets used to be wooden. The heavy rackets could break and cause injuries. In the 1980s, companies introduced new high-tech carbon rackets, which are easier and safer to use. The new rackets have made tennis more enjoyable for the average tennis player. Technology has improved equipment in all sports, from downhill skiing to bicycle racing. The question is this: when does technology create an unfair advantage? In the future, sports engineers may invent an artificial leg that is better than a real leg. Will it be acceptable for competitions? Do high-tech contact lenses give golfers an advantage? Can runners use special shoes that help them run faster while using less energy? These questions do not have easy answers. We must make sure that technology does not make sports unfair. However, we should welcome improvements that make sports more enjoyable and safer for all.
All right. Now there is a chart at the end of the reading. Fastest times for women's 100-meter freestyle. Now you can see the key dates and the fastest times during these years. Next, in Activity B, read one student's notes for the article. Write the correct paragraph number next to each note. So you need to write the correct paragraph number. Now, the first note, A, some improvements are good. Sports become easier, safer. This is from paragraph 6. B, swimmers broke many new records in 2008 to 2009. FINA banned suits in 2010. Paragraph 4. C, athletes always look for ways to improve performance, as you can see at paragraph 1. D, after ban, swimmers broke few records, which is from paragraph 5. E, engineers invented new materials like shark skin, paragraph 3. F, technology can give athletes an advantage, paragraph 2. And G, many questions about technology and sports, no easy answers, from paragraph 7. Moving on to Activity C, answer these questions. Question 1. Why are some people concerned about technology in sports? They believe that technology makes sports unfair because some people can afford the new technology while others cannot. 2. What were the advantages of the full-body swimsuit? Swimmers could swim faster. 3. How did people know that the new swimsuit material gave swimmers an advantage? Swimmers began breaking many records. 4. Who banned swimmers from using the new material in swimsuits? FINA banned the swimsuits. 5. What happened to swimming records after the swim organization banned the suits? Fewer records were broken. And 6. According to the article, what are some high-tech inventions that may give athletes an advantage in the future? Artificial legs, contact lenses, special shoes. These are examples from the article. Moving on to activity D. Read the statements and write true or false, then correct each statement. Number 1. The graph shows the fastest times for women swimmers between 1990 and 2010. Now these statements are not from the article, they're about the graph at the end of the article on page 79. And number 1 is false. The graph shows the fastest times for women swimmers between 1998 and 2011. 2. The slowest time was in 2003 and the fastest time was in 2009. False. The slowest time was in 1998 and the fastest was 2009. 3. The fastest time increased by 1.5 minutes in 2009. False. The fastest time increased by less than a second in 2009. 4. The Speedo company introduced 4 different swimsuit designs between 2000 and 2008. True. And 5. Overall, times have not decreased between 1998 and 2011. False. Times decreased by almost 1 second between 1998 and 2011. Moving on to write what you think. As usual, in section A we have discussion questions, and in section B you need to choose one of the following questions and write your response. So first of all, you need to discuss these questions with a partner. After that, in section B, think about readings 1 and reading 2 as you discuss this question and choose one question and write a response. Remember, you need to express your own opinion using your own words and use these answers as supporting examples only. Question 1. In the Olympic Games, competitions should be fair. Do you think they are what? Do you think they are? Meaning, are they fair? What can make a competition unfair at the Olympics? For example, I think Olympic Games are not completely fair because some countries cannot afford to train their athletes as well as other countries. Also, sometimes athletes compete for countries that they are not even from because they were not able to get on their country's team. Question 2. In addition to money and technology, what else can improve an athlete's performance? In your opinion, what can make the biggest difference? So what do you think? For example, lots of training and advice from coaches can improve an athlete's performance. I think a family's support can make the biggest difference. So choose one of these 2 questions and write a response. Next, the vocabulary skill using the dictionary, understanding additional information. A dictionary gives you more than just the definition of a word, it also gives you other useful information. For example, the pronunciation of the word, the part of speech, example sentences to show how to use the word correctly, other forms of the word. When you read the example sentences, notice which prepositions are used with a particular verb. Notice which nouns are used with a particular adjective. Understanding additional information in a dictionary will help you learn how to use new words correctly. Look at this entry for the word financial. As you can see here, we have the pronunciation, financial, the part of speech, it's an adjective. Definitions, we have connected with money, and example sentences. The business got into financial difficulties. If you plan to go to college, you'll probably have to apply for financial aid. Money that is given to students who cannot pay the full cost of their education. And here we have other forms, which is the adverb form for the adjective financial is financially. financially. Now you need a dictionary for some of the activities in this section, but here we have the entry. So in activity A, read the dictionary entry below, then answer the questions. Now you need to read this entry. It's for the word compete, which is a verb. You need to look up the pronunciation, the part of speech, the definitions, and example sentences. Which prepositions are used with the verb compete? So look at the entry. The prepositions are against, with, for, and in. You'll find them in the example sentences. 2. Which prepositions are used in these phrases? A. Compete against or with a person. B. Compete for the championship. C. Compete with each other. And D. Compete in the Olympic Games. Next, question 3. Which example sentence shows that compete is not just for sports? They had to compete against several larger companies to get the contract. Here it's used in a business context, not sports. 4. Using the example sentences as a guide, write 2 of your own sentences with compete. So you need to write 2 sentences with the word compete. Next, and you need a dictionary to answer this activity. Use your dictionary to answer these questions. So if you own a dictionary, you should be easily able to answer these questions. Question 1. What part of speech is the word responsibility responsible? So if you check in the dictionary, you'll find that responsibility is a noun and responsible is an adjective. 2. The word expert is a noun. What other part of speech can it be? So it has more than one part of speech, a noun and an adjective. 3. What parts of speech is the word profit and profitable? Profit is a noun and a verb. Profitable is an adjective. And 4. What is the plural form of ability? The plural form of ability is abilities. Alright, that's it everybody. Thank you for listening and stay safe.